Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Muse. I've been pretty sick this week, so forgive me sounding very nasally and congested. What we have here is an Azuma game on Crash Zone Domination. It ends up being a fairly aggressive game. End up just missing the Kraken, end up with about 100k damage, so not, anything super special. Just thought it was kind of a cool game because it does end up being fairly aggressive. We kind of end up taking off the flank and leading the charge all the way around the map. So, game's gonna go ahead and get started here. As we can see, there's only one DD in the game. He is not over here in our spawn. We're gonna head out to this flank, to this little group of islands. Have HE chambered in case we have a DD over this way. Azuma tends to be really good with the HE or the AP. They both smack pretty good. The HE sets a lot of fires. So not the worst thing if you encounter something that's not a DD and you have some HE chambered. Definitely pays off to know when to swap to the AP though. So we see the mass. We're kind of holding fire till we can get to some cover. Now we see the Colorado on top of that. So right before I go behind this cover, I'm going to take a shot at the Colorado, knowing I can go dark fairly quick. And even if even if there's something that still has a spot on me, there's really no shots from the mass or the Colorado, so I'm fairly safe. There we go. We drop spot. We pass behind the island. And now same thing as we go across this open gap. We're not spotted, so we don't want to just open fire quite just yet. We have a fire burning on the Colorado, so we're going to push up to this next island. And when we get to where we have some relatives safely, that's where we're going to open up again. And now here in a second, I'm going to show you the mini-map for the next few minutes. And if you just watch my movements, you can see I just kind of work this corner. Pretty much bow in, playing with the throttle, and just working the corner. So here we go. Let's take a look at it. And this will be the gameplay right after we're showing this mini-map. But you can kind of see I'm just kind of working that island, just going back and forth. For the most part, tanking 2 cruisers, 2 battleships. And now we're going to look at the gameplay from that mini-map. Obviously, that was fairly sped up so that we could just take a look at the movement for the next couple minutes. And that's what you're going to see here, just kind of me working this corner now. I'm out on the edge. There's nobody on their team that's out on this edge, so that gives us an advantage. Our team is kind of the far right flank is kind of in the mid. The mid is kind of a little bit to the left, and we're all the way out on this left flank. So it's good because we have crossfires as long as that right flank can deal with the enemy from their spawn and they're not getting into crossfires over there. We're in a good spot. So I don't really want to come out past this island. I want to keep just kind of trolling them and popping out and taking shots, drawing fire over here. Some big gun BBs over here, so I don't want to be just trying to hold still and bow tank these guys. I wanna kind of keep moving and baiting shots and kind of controlling where on my armor this stuff is hitting. As you can see, we got this Colorado pretty well burnt up. Already done 24k damage to him. Still on the HE because he's angled. I know I've got a BB with me. There's a BB that has a crossfire from the mid as well, so I'm kind of letting them do the AP thing. I just want to keep the constant damage rolling on them. They've really been focusing that Massachusetts, so he's low health. I've been focusing the Colorado, so he's low health. So already both battleships aside are in really bad shape as far as the red team goes. And that's going to leave their 2 cruisers to deal with. Now, as you can see on our right side, there is a pretty heavy push by the red team over there. Our team seems to be managing that. So there we're going to get the Colorado off the board. We're going to start lighting up this mass. And again, the mass is slightly angled to me, so I'm not really going to go with the AP here. Just going to stay with the HE. Keep burning them down. And after we get this mass down, I know there's only the 2 cruisers left, so we're going to end up pushing out of this corner, and the next bit of mini-map I show you is going to be from here until the end of the game. And what you're going to see is we kind of lead the charge up this flank and around the map and start enveloping the enemy ships. Now you see I'm pushing out, the battleship is following me. We're going to get some support from that Alpha Cap. They're going to start following along. Everybody realizes, hey, there's a big push happening here. We're going to grab the Cap along the way and just literally push right through. Again, just missed out on a crack in this game. Unfortunate. But yeah, you can see once we pushed out of that corner, like, everybody came with us. So first shot, we had HE chambered, so we send some HE down the Belfast way. Now we swapped over to the AP. He's sitting broadside to us, so we're hoping we can get reloaded before he pulls forward and goes back behind this island. Pop sonar, because I'm cognizant of torps. Belfast doesn't have torps, but there was a Suzia. He's got pretty long range, and I haven't had a good track on him. I've been focused on the 2 battleships in the Belfast. So I don't know if any point he got within range to throw torps. So I just want to make sure I'm clear. Our BB's clear. DD is all the way on the other side of the map. I still have another sonar in case I got to deal with him. So it's basically just might as well pop it, make sure there's, you know, I'm not going to catch anything stupid and lose most of my HP. Suzia is pretty much done over there. Once Suzia goes down, that is going to clear our side of the map. And as you can see, once that Massachusetts went down, we immediately started pushing on that Belfast, pushing on Suzia, and then we're just going to continue our push right around the map. Our right side was able to hold long enough to allow us to kind of rotate around. And that's going to basically put what's left of this team in a really bad way. As you can see, it's just kind of a blowout at this point. That right side handled their situation really well, and we did extremely well over here. So now we're going to start pushing this Nagato. Really wish I could have got the kill on this Nagato. That would have been my Kraken. He tries to beach and, like, not expose himself to crossfires, but he unfortunately leaves a little bit of his rear end hanging out. That allows me to manually target his rear end. As you can see, we get a fire right there. And he can't go forward, so he either has to back out or just take that rear end shot. And so we're just going to keep manually aiming that rear end until he decides he wants to back up. Now he's taking fire from somebody else. And at this point, it's this Nagato and a DD up our way, and then that one BB down at the end of the map. We have a BB and a cruiser, as well as our destroyer down at the bottom, so they're handling that battleship down there. So I see torps. That gives me a good indication of where the DD is, which is going to come in after this Nagato's down. So now we're going to go looking for this DD. No, I'm spotted, so I know he's around here somewhere. Again, we saw the torp, so we kind of have a good idea of where he is. We know what he can see. And so we have a good idea of where he's going to try to head to. And what I want to do at this point, I see my battleships pushing into the cap. I want to cut him off. So unfortunately, I didn't get swapped over to HE after the Nagato. I already had the AP chambered. I didn't want to take the chance of switching to HE and then, you know, getting a shot on the mast. So we go ahead and waste the AP there, but that goes ahead and takes care of it. So take a look at the final here. Alright, so let's go ahead, take a look at the finishing results here. 93,000 damage. Again, nothing super amazing, but pretty cool little Azuma game. And then for the team results, I'm going to finish top of the team, just missing out on a Kraken 2400 base. Again, nothing super amazing, but pretty cool little game. I appreciate you, YouTube. I'll catch you later. Have a great day. Bye.